talking about it. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about was well, first off, Ray, I first want to. There's somebody that came on that is backstage right now. That he's a fan of yours. He's a big time fan of yours, and he wanted to show his appreciation for what you've done with Justice League and everything like that. So I'm going to bring him in right now and see what he has to say. He's a pretty big fan of yours, Mr. Zack Snyder. What is up? Oh my God!
He's got a Justice my camera's pointing down.
Hi, boss.
Hey, brother.
How are you?
Going on, Zach? I'm a huge fan, by the way. I'm a massive fan.
And, that's funny because I'm kind of a fan of yours.
Oh wow, that's really weird.
We ought to do something together sometime.
No, absolutely, that's cool. No,
man, those teasers are so cool. I was going to text you or something, but I didn't want to bother you because you're a little busy right now. Those teasers are
talking about. It's not like he's working on multiple things or anything.
I mean, less than a minute, and you pack more story. I'm a big
fan. That's kind. Well, I'm excited. There's more to come, as you know. There's more characters.
Yeah.
There's more people in the movie. So
yeah, there is. I think there's a couple more. I mean, we got Batman and Superman. There might possibly be a Woman of Wonder.
Yeah,
possibly. There might be a guy who runs really fast.
Guy.
Yes, a guy who like swims a lot. Yeah.
That was going to be his name, and at the last minute they changed it to Aquaman. It was going to be Damp Guy.
Damp Guy.
Guy who swims a lot was also on the table, but.
Guys, that would be fun. Hey, Jason, you want to be the guy that swims a lot? I can imagine that conversation.
And by the way, I'm not really sure he's swimming. He's just kind of rocketing through the water.
That's true. Is it really swimming that Aquaman does?
I don't know.
Yeah, because it's almost like
we need the Olympic Committee for this.
Yes, I mean Superman just kind of
water.
He's flying in water. Yeah, I mean essentially. I mean, it's almost like when does a fish realize that he's in water, or because it's like they're breathing it. That's essentially their air. We're kind of like, I don't know. I'm going on a whole different tangent.
I'm reading Kierkegaard right now.
Don't stop at all.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going off. I'm talking about all these different things.
No, we call this a tangent. No, we'll do
that. But anyways,
that'd be rude because
right.
I'm sure there was a point, but
I was going somewhere with that, but I lost my train of thought. But Zach, thank you for joining in. Obviously, we were talking about the voice in the Batman teaser, and I actually wanted to ask you what made you want to put Darkseid's first voice like in that first Batman little teaser that you had.
Batman responds to the movies in the end are about stakes, and when the stakes are high, then everyone's forced to either their best or worst comes through. So I thought that it's always good to frame a hero with what's in store, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean that just hearing the voice and saying that he's coming for his great prize in that voice, I mean, sends just chills all the way down your back, down your legs into your toes. For fuck's sake, I mean, geez, yeah. Yes, I mean, I'm sure that's what you were going for. You're like, I want people to feel it in their toes, in their toenails, maybe. But everybody loves the fact that you did. And when it comes to the individual, I mean, just like what Ray said, packing so much into how long? These are like less than a minute, right? All these are
right around a minute,
yeah,
and just a little bit maybe.
Yeah, and it's just there's so much to unpack. I mean, even with the Superman one, I was trying to break it down. I'm like, who's that? Who's saying that? I don't know who's saying that. I'm trying to break, and it's like
I have to say that's the most fun is after these things come out is watching people like analyzing the choice of Tom Waits for those.
Oh my God.
But I'm still waiting for a breakdown because I'm finding all sorts of Easter eggs in there.
Well, yeah, we can talk about that at some point because there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
We could do
cool, actually, because Tom Waits, when we asked, he said, "I don't do this. I don't lend my music to this sort of thing." And then he was like, "Well, you know what? Let me take a look at it." So we showed it to him, and he was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And we were like,
That's what's so great about it. I mean, just
so it was cool. It was cool first that it was a hard handle. So we were like, oh geez. Then we were like, thinking, like, what else are we gonna put? Like, you know what? Forget it. Like, without the music, it's, you know, never mind.
Was like. So initially though, but like that whole sequence, was that going to be like an opening title sequence kind of thing?
Yeah, that was conceived originally, and I had drawn it up as if we were going to do the episodic version, that was going to kind of be the way into because I have a giant title sequence at the beginning of the movie, right? And I mean, it's just like, you know, titles over but then we were like, if we do like a weekly thing, it's going to be hard. Then what? We just can't play the title sequence again. So I was like, oh, what if we do just like a cool little, but then when we saw it and finally they were like, okay, well, we can't really do, you know, the weekly thing. So I was like, okay, well, that's fine. I go, look, the movie originally existed as a movie, and that's really its most, in truth, that's its most natural format, you know, because that's how it was conceived. But we had this piece, and I was like, it's so cool. We need to, you know, we need to get it out. We need to do something with it. So then we started to, and by the way, it was barely done. And then we just kept working on it. And we got we didn't even have the music, I don't think, at that point. You know, it was really just more conceptual and a couple, like, you know, they had started to work on the different mother box designs. So
yeah, no, it's a beautiful.
I'm hogging your time. I gotta get out of here.
No, man,
yeah,
please.
no. Yeah, he just wanted to. Like I said,
you know, I don't cry at previews, or at least I didn't until you started putting previews out, and I'm like weeping when I see these things.
Oh, jeez. Well, yeah. I can't wait for you to see the movie. What's your schedule? What are you doing?
Oh,
I'm around.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm around.
Yeah, text me after so I can remember.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm also around too. I'm just. I mean, I'm just saying, Zach. I mean, you know.
No, man. I mean, I think you saw my lovely background.
Are you in LA?
Me?
No, Dave.
No, Dave? I'm like an hour and 10 minutes out of LA.
Where?
I'm in Moreno Valley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically Zach. I never leave this booth, so I'm around.
Understand.
Yeah. And I barely leave this pub table with vodka on it.
It's good.
But I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, you know, yeah.
That's cool.
Cool.
But yeah, no. So there's more. Like I said, there's more little teasers to come. So standing by.
So exciting. So exciting.
It's very exciting. It's good stuff. You're doing great things, Zack Snyder. We're loving it. We're loving everything we're seeing.
The best I can with what I had.
Exactly. I mean, you mold it. You do stuff, and it's. I mean, yesterday was insane.
We were talking about the fact that this entire Justice League, you know, from start to finish is all a COVID. It's pretty much a COVID endeavor, you know. It's pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
You know, to think that we, like almost a year ago at this time, there really, I mean, the idea was out there and we had talked to the studio, but there was no one had said yes or anything. So.
Yeah, but it was just, it is pretty crazy to think about because, and especially like after it's been out and then, you know, when we come to May and it's been a year. I mean, I still remember that day when it was announced, when you did the Man of Steel watch, which was excellent. And it was almost perfect because you had Cavill there and then it had all the fans there. And it was funny too, because I remember that day I was off of work. I forgot exactly why I was off of work. And then I had to go back the day of the Man of Steel watch. And I had to be like out in the field. So I'm literally like out in the field, like with my earbuds in and just freaking like watching the stream, trying to do my work. And then finally, like, I was like, just announce it, please. Cause I was like, come on. And then, yeah, sure enough, that it was just like, it was definitely a surreal moment. Like we were talking about at the beginning here. I mean, we're like 2 weeks away from this thing, man.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's so exciting. But you've also kind of made lockdown a hell of a lot more bearable, Zach.
Yeah, seriously.
You really
Well,
have.
we've had a distraction. Let's call it.
Yeah, it's
little
been
distraction.
great.
Pretty good distraction.
I would say
keep us focused.
What's going to happen tomorrow? Maybe something.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, it's just seems like, every day it's like, what's going to happen? I mean, yesterday was pretty damn insane. Just going to say, pretty damn insane.
Oh, yeah, yesterday.
But yeah, which we could talk about later. But yeah, I mean, like with Ray here, I mean, like one of the things that, that everybody always wants to know too is the fact that's like, when did you know that he was the guy? Like, okay, that's going to be, that's Darkseid right there. I mean, you heard his voice.
Ray's been a friend. He has a cameo in the movie as himself.
What?
There's a shot of Ray in the movie.
Look at that, guys.
And he's not
exclusivo.
Sorry, I had to bring up my little superhero character.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. We were actually watching it today, and I was like,
Oh, look at that, guys. So you have a nice little cameo too. That's awesome.
Pretty fun. Yeah, I have a cameo, so we all have cameos. It's all about
everybody gets in.
Everybody
he has a huge. I mean, he's Darkseid, but he's awesome. Well, and also, so I've known Ray for a while, and we've talked, and I knew he was an actor, and then he was out with us in England, and one thing led to another, and I said, "Hey, can you do this cool voice?" And he was like, "Yeah, I did cool voice. Watch this." And
it was exactly like that, right?
At first, it was like I was like, "Well, let's try it out." And honestly, I was like, "Let's try it out. Who knows?" And then, really, honestly, it was unbeatable what he did. So,
wow, thank you.
And here we are. And that's what happened. So it's cool. It was fun.
It's crazy. And when it comes to the voice, I mean, I'm sure that's
keep it in the family. Keep it in the family.
Keeping the family.
That's
right.
I mean, yeah. And then when it comes to that voice, I mean, it was there much like altering of the voice, like, or probably not much, huh? Because
not much.
Yeah.
I mean, a little, just kind of give it some,
Yeah, some bass.
Yeah, doesn't even not much bass. He's got a lot of bass.
A little bit of reverb, it sounded like.
Reverb. There you go.
Yeah, a little bit of like
little echo. Yeah.
All the speakers, and you make it crazy.
Like I said, you want people's toenails to tingle when you hear that.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to. That's what you're trying to go for.
Out there ruining pedicures, man.
That's right. Like I just got it done, and now I watched this Batman trailer, and Jesus Christ, look what happened.
I actually recorded some of those on this very mic in this very vocal tent.
The making of behind the scenes of
behind the scenes
is right there. It's right
there.
Yes.
Look at that. Gosh. That epic mic right there. Don't ever get rid of that mic.
Bronze. Dip that thing in bronze.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Put it on display.
Yeah.
Darkseid's microphone.
It's a raffle.
There you go.
Darkseid.
Yeah, I told somebody when the Pop Funko came out, I was like, e-cigarette and Diet Coke sold separately. My constant companion in the booth. But yeah.
Hey, whatever helps that Darkseid voice, man. You got to get that apocalyptic accent to it. That's what helps. That's right. Yeah, that's what helps with it. But when it comes to when you saw those Funko Pops, man, that must have been pretty cool to see your very own Darkseid Funko Pop.
So many weird, like early actor geek dreams coming true this week. Again, just very grateful.
So and then I have to ask you, Zach, was it your idea to make them like black and white or gray versions? Like, because they're like, yes.
No, that was Funko.
No shit. I would have thought that was your idea. Like, because I was wow. Well, good on fucking Funko. Jeez.
Yeah.
Because when we saw that, we're like, oh, how perfect is that they made Justice's gray version of these Funkos, and I'm like that had to be Zach's. That had to be Zach's idea.
Is also insane. The HDR black and white, which is pretty crazy. Because when you see HDR, the one thing that's cool about it, and famously I've ranted about IMAX, which is fine, and I do that because I can't help myself. But the HDR is a different thing entirely, in that I didn't expect. I wasn't. It surprised me. You know how like you get little gifts from the movie, making the movie. So we were working on the HDR, and I just noticed how crazy the black and white version was, and I was like, "Wow, that's cool."
God, see,
Yeah,
that's the version. I mean, man, I would love to see.
Sweet. But by the way, right now, I have just doing some QCs on the straight HBO Max, right out of the box version. Is pretty cool. So just
There
saying.
you go.
I'm just saying.
So exciting.
It's kind of cool.
You don't need to go far. You just turn around, like whatever chair you're in, face the TV, turn it on. Not a big deal. Like, I'm not asking that much. You know what I mean? Normally I'd be saying like, okay, on opening day, you're gonna have to get in your car, drive somewhere, buy popcorn. A lot of
give a token to the ferryman. Yeah.
There's like parking. I don't even know what that means anymore. But like apparently we used to park our cars.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Remember those days, guys?
Crazy. Yeah, the way it works is there's spaces between the cars and you try and fit yours in there.
There's like these painted white lines, kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. 90s kids would remember,
Now, when you left the house, would you wear shoes and trousers?
Now the cars are just I just wash them.
Yeah.
It's like a weird sculpture in my driveway that I just wash.
You're like, yeah, we used to take this structure.
These used to go places.
Yeah, literally 70 miles an hour on a freeway. It sounds insane. Anyway,
weird.
So you go, I would have been asking you to do that, but now today, on March 18th, which is right around the corner, you're just gonna boop. Instead of putting on the news or some other thing that you were gonna watch, I don't know what you're gonna watch. It doesn't matter. This time, just put on Justice League.
Now, do we know like the exact time on March 18th?
I think it goes live. I'm going to say the wrong thing, so I should probably not speak because I always get it wrong.
No.
Should I take a shot at it?
Take a shot at it, man.
I'm going to take a cut. I believe it goes live midnight East Coast time, but I could be wrong. I mean West Coast time.
Midnight West Coast time.
I believe, but again, if I'm wrong, don't
quote you on that.
Don't get mad.
Yes.
You told me to take a shot. Blame him.
I know. See, I'll take all the blame. I swear to God.
All right.
Blame me, guys. Just completely blame me if that's not right. There you go. Everybody's staying up late. Everybody, I'll put that coffee on at 11 o'clock at night. You East Coasters.
I mean, it's also fine to just, unless you just can't sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up on the 19th or on the morning of the 18th. It's not even the 19th.
Yeah.
On the morning of the 18th, scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
A little bacon.
Nice balanced breakfast.
And then just right there, coffee, scrambled eggs, Justice League. What do you
Don't get out of your pajamas.
Yeah.
Come on.
Why would you? And then lunch.
Yeah.
Still be watching.
Still be Justice League.
4 hours late. Yes.
Yeah, you could pause at one of the chapters.
Yeah.
4.
Or really, for convenience, you could set up a television in your bathroom, so you never have to like even pause.
You may go back right away and start it again. So that's
the convenience.
That's an 8-hour day, and then
there's this thing called work. Yeah, there's a thing called the pause button that you can actually do when you're at home. Go take a whiz.
That's the thing.
Make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you wash your hands because we're doing that a lot more lately.
Nice balanced breakfast. Go to the bathroom before. Make sure you got water.
At home, so you don't have to.
Maybe you don't have to.
If you're in the theater, you would have inevitably had to wait to the intermission or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Or ask somebody, what did I miss?
Yeah. What happened?
Exactly.
And Darkseid showed up.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And you missed.
He had a dance number and everything.
Yes.
He sang the Tom Waits song.
You missed that whole thing.
It was awesome.
And it was scored by, Junkie XL.
Dream Ballet on Ice. Yeah.
No,
oh my God.
So what I'm saying is don't do any of that. Just boom, right Look at that's all it takes is this little gesture of the thumb, and Justice League is going to be in your house. So that's
there you go. Just a wiggle of the thumb, folks.
That's it.
I'm looking forward to seeing pictures. I'm looking forward to seeing pictures of people watching it.
Oh, there's going to be a ton of pictures of people like posting that they're watching it. Oh yeah,
that's going to be great.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then of course, and then today too, like Junkie XL talked about, they obviously the full score is released, 4 hours of just pure, ear porn. I mean, my God. Obviously Tom was here last week. He was a fucking delight. I don't know if you watched the stream.
I did.
Did you guys watch it?
I watched a bit of it.
Oh my God. I mean, he was just great. Like, I mean, talk about a character. I mean, he was very easy to talk to. I was like, hey man, it's just gonna be relaxed. Say whatever the fuck you want. Let's just have a discussion. And I just let him go when he would talk about his stories. And then of course, when we brought the panel on, and then he was just he played some samples and he called us our, beloved motherfuckers and just all that stuff. It was just, oh man, everybody, like I got that whole weekend, everybody was just going, oh my God, that was your best stream ever almost. And I was like, yeah. I mean, it was just like, everybody was just jazzed about how he, and just what he brought to it. I mean, just such an energy to that guy. And the fact that we're getting 4 hours of his work, fuck, man.
No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So.
And it all started with you, during that, the one stream you were on here and you just played that little bit.
Oh,
just that little bit.
Funny.
Just that little bit of Batman being doing some badass shit is what he said. That's what he described it as, is Batman is doing some badass shit right there. And I'm like, that works with that riff right there.
Sure.
Totally. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Man. But do you want to stick around, Zach, or are you good, or what do you want to do?
I got about 5 more minutes.
Okay, about 5 more minutes. Cool. I was like, because I wasn't sure. I know, like, apparently you're a busy man. You're working on stuff right now.
It's 9. I go to bed pretty early.
Yes.
I get up at 4:30. So
okay, so that's one of the things I've noticed, because occasionally me and Zach will message each other, and when I get a response, sometimes it's pretty fucking early when you respond, and I'm like, does this guy sleep? I don't know if he does, but you go to bed pretty early, huh?
Yeah,
yeah, we got a lot of work to do, but okay, so when it came to the whole Yuke's ass Darkseid. By the way, have we figured out exactly how to say Baby Darkseid's name?
We say Uxas, but Yuke's ass is also.
I've been saying Uxas. Yeah.
Uxas. Okay, we'll go with Uxas. I mean, Yuke's ass.
Say whatever they want, though. Really.
Yeah, pretty much. It's whatever.
I'm sure someone's freaking out right now, going like,
oh yeah,
ass or whatever.
There's people pounding their keyboard.
I'm so angry right now.
I'm gonna spell it out exactly how it is.
Lorraine.
Yes. In the ancient apocalyptic dialect, it said "oops ass."
Oops ass. Yeah.
Oops ass, guys. Ass.
And I'd be like, you know what? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize. You're right.
Well, but didn't you say, like, after a while you guys just called him Baby Darkseid when it was like the history?
Sometimes, we would just call him because it's awkward to say Uxas.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, every time I'm referred to it, I'm like,
Baby D sometimes.
Baby D.
Baby D.
I like that. That's good too. I like that.
I'd say we should get this. Baby D should cut the hand off. It would be cooler.
Yeah, that would be cooler. So with the trailers that are coming out, do we have a hint on who's going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be? Probably. I figured you were going to do the Trinity first.
I mean,
you have to do the Trinity first. I mean,
or she'd be last, just to make
that. You know what? When I did my breakdown of when I did the breakdown of Batman, I was like, maybe he's going to save one of them for last, or maybe it's Superman for last. But
these are all conversations.
Yeah.
These are all possibilities.
And my God, I mean, today with the idea of having all the voices over, the footage. I mean, was that just something like, hey, let's just cram some voices in there, and then people. I mean, it's just.
Did you like hearing a little bit of the original, a little new voices?
Yes, I mean that's what we're kind of like. when it came to the Batman voice, all the voices right there. I mean, pretty much. I mean, a lot of people. I'm gonna have to ask you this because there's like a last voice on there, and a lot of people are going, "Is that Alfred or is that Volko?" And I was like,
"It's Alfred."
Okay, thank you. Okay, because I was like, I don't know why Volko would actually be in over Batman stuff.
No, it's
Alfred. Okay, cool. Because
there's
I was
a scene where they kind of argue about.
Oh man, God, I love how philosophical Alfred is when it comes to these stories. I mean, obviously throughout, I mean, even in the books, he's always just been that voice of reason for Batman. And then when you see it in the movies, you saw it. I mean, Nolan really just nailed it when it came to Michael Caine. I mean, there's so many scenes where it's just like, Jesus Christ. And then you're like, all right, let's get Jeremy Irons, and just him talk. I mean, even in that trailer where he says, if you're, when he's talking about the team and, with the bowl, like don't flash the red cape. I mean, we talked about that on here with the panel, like, fuck. I mean, that line right there, just talking about the bull, with the horns and the red cape. My God, man, that Terrio dialogue.
He's good. By the way, it's that scene. It's in that scene that he says that line.
Oh, okay. So there you go. And then, so then when it comes to Superman's like voiceover stuff, there was some in there that I was like, when I did my breakdown, I'm like, no idea. When I did the subtitles, it just said speaker. And I'm like, apparently the Justice League is taking on the Speaker Clan. I don't know. It's like, there's some recognizable voices. Obviously that line with Martha saying that the whole world is mourning and grieving over a symbol. Right. I was like, another great line, because I mean, it sounds like a mother that is like going, you didn't know who he actually was. You're mourning you're mourning a symbol. Right. And that was my baby boy. You didn't know him.
She says, but the world didn't know Clark.
Yes. God.
I mean, it's not in the trailer, but
but I noticed that there was like a little absence of Lois. Like there was no Lois over him. So I was like, that's got to be for a reason.
I think that. Well, you'll see.
See, it's always the you'll see,
which is great.
I know.
You will see.
Wait, it's so far away, Zach. What are you talking about?
Exactly. I thought we just had a conversation about you sitting on your couch and like.
I know. Yes. I'm impatient. What can I say? I'm impatient, but obviously we have the virtual premiere coming up on the 15th, and Ray and I, of course. I mean, Ray, of course, was going to get but I got an invite, and I don't know if you were part of that.
Don't worry about Ray. Don't worry about Ray.
Don't worry. I mean, he's dark side. I mean, if he wasn't going to get a invite, I'd worry about what would happen with you. I mean,
in a lot of ways, I mean, not to be rude, but he doesn't really even need to see the movie because he's so impactful that it'd be better if he just was like, how was it? Was it cool?
Yeah. Where's my great prize?
Was it cool?
Where's that great prize?
I'm interested in knowing if I got my great prize.
There's some about a great prize. Who do I see about that? Yeah.
Someone help me because
I got a golden ticket. Yeah.
I got a golden ticket. I think a lot of us felt like Charlie Bucket when we got that email. I think I might have ran down the street, and just kind of waved it up in the air. I waved my phone in the air. I was like,
everyone was like, who's that lipstick?
Yes, and all of a sudden the cops came and they were like,
unmasked lunatic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wasn't wearing my mask, and then they were about to lock me up, and but I let them know. I'm like, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I got the invite. What are you talking about? And then they realized exactly what was happening. But
I was gonna draw a nice backdrop and set up some strobe lights and just walk in front of it like at a premiere.
Oh, that's a great
before
idea.
I watch it.
It's a virtual.
I have a green screen right there. I mean, I'm thinking about
some Klieg lights.
Yes, I'm thinking about getting a tux and just doing like what we were talking about at the beginning, right?
Wear a tux top.
No
pants. No pants.
Perfect.
Yes.
No trousers.
Exactly.
As
we're good. Long as we're good, like right here. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll get some flickering lights to make it seem like I'm on the red carpet, because it's like, hey,
not have a back.
All it needs to be, it just needs to be a front t-shirt kind of thing. That's all it needs. Yes. And then once the movie starts, I could just rip it off, and then it's just a wife beater.
PJs on underneath.
Exactly.
See, we're getting on. Yeah. See, this is how we're all gonna watch it right there. But
I hope so.
So the virtual event's gonna be great. You're gonna be part of it. Is there gonna be like a a thing afterwards, probably, or is it before?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to do this thing. I don't think it's going to be. I'm doing this thing with Geeks and Gamers. We're doing we're hoping to do this little fundraiser. We haven't announced it 100% yet, but we're thinking of doing it right after the premiere so that I can just tell everyone the movie's it's not midnight yet, so come on over and help me raise some money for AFSP. But that's not announced yet, so it's a secret.
Okay.
You're going to get an official announcement maybe the next couple of days.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. I hit the off button on the broadcast.
Good.
Right when you said that. So
Yeah,
nobody.
We haven't locked it in. We haven't locked in the date, the time, because the red carpet keeps moving on the 17th. You know what I mean? It's a movable feast apparently, and so I'm like, guys, just tell me when to be there because I'm happy to do it, but I just want to kind of know when.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're not going anywhere. You're at your house. We know where you are. So we'll just tell you when it is. But I'm like, yeah, but I have couple other
one or two other things going on.
Just trying to, there's a lot of attention around the movie, and I'm trying to capitalize on that to get people to, hopefully donate to AFSP, but also get some cool special things. So we'll see. You'll learn more.
More to come. And then and I also want to congratulate you, Zach, for the award that you got tonight.
Yeah, that was lovely. That was really beautiful, and I was happy and humbled, and I just, the fans have created such an incredible thing. So, it's really, I should be giving it to the fans, but yeah.
Just cut it up in little micro pieces.
Yeah, small shavings, metal shavings.
Yes, and send them off.
A shard.
Get into an aerosol and just spray it in everyone's eyes.
Fabulous idea.
It is a fabulous idea. No, there was awesome.
Really, you're so kind. It's amazing.
Oh man, no, but that was cool. That was cool. The Valiant Award. That's the first ever, I think, right, that they have ever given.
I think so.
Yeah.
But really, really, like I said, humbled and happy, and I mean, we've done the work is incredible. What you guys have done and what everyone's done, and also the perseverance. Is really
seriously,
something to see. I'm like AFSP. I keep waiting for everyone to say, "Shut the fuck up," and I'm like, "Come on, guys!" But no, but they don't. They just go like,
never.
Moss.
Never do that. And like I said, guys, I mean, I always have the link. It's always the first link down below in my videos. The AFSP link. It's always down there. And if you got, anything to give, any little bit helps, especially nowadays, with this whole thing. I mean, I always express that every time, all the time. I mean, like some of my followers are probably sick of hearing where I'm just like, hey, we got to what's happening right now. I mean, yes, we're the numbers, COVID, all that stuff, but we also got to, shine the light on suicide rates and depression that's also been happening because of, lockdowns and everything that's happening too. So every little bit helps, and that's one of the things that this fandom has really come together and just really,
there's a lot of desperate times for a lot of people, and we just got to be out of it. And also, like I said, there's no stigma. If you need help, just go get it because it's really important.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to ever reach out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, there's phone numbers everywhere. There's links. There's everything. Or even just reaching out to a friend. And then maybe the friend will be like, well, hey, look at this right here. This could help you out. I mean, never, ever be afraid to do that, guys. Never ever be.
Because it's so important.
So important. So important. And but of course, everybody, it's just, I love when I look at the chat because everybody, obviously, I mean, when it comes to stuff that happened yesterday, everybody keeps going, storyboard.
Listen, I'll say one thing. Let me just say one quick thing.
Before you leave.
And then I got to go.
Yes.
I think the main thing to remember is when that was written, there's dates all over it.
Yeah.
And I think the important thing is that it was constantly evolving. That was like a snapshot of where the story was. And I'm not yes, that is in the broad strokes, that is a very that's a very good idea about what I had planned, right?
Uh-huh.
But I think in the micro, it's very what we were going to actually shoot. What it actually evolved into is very different than what that is. But I just really felt like that was a really great sort of window into the process, and window into the way we were planning and how we put it together. And and it really, and fun for everyone to kind of. I know that people were mad, like, oh, it's spoilers, but in the end, it's not really spoilers.
It's not.
For 2 reasons. It's not spoilers. For one, if you didn't get it, there's a really good chance that's your best shot at ever seeing the sequel to Justice League. So enjoy it for that reason. So like, if you're mad at it, you could maybe don't look at it right away, but then after you watch the movie, you could read that and be like, okay, I've seen the sequel. But the truth is you haven't, because it's not really up to date with what Justice League became. So but still pretty crazy.
Oh, jeez. I mean, I literally and I haven't put together the video, but I actually read all of those boards like a storyteller kind of thing. And I'm going to work on.
You got Ray to do that. That would be
oh my God, Ray, you should.
Why didn't I narrate that? Where was,
Oh my God. I mean, there are people out there that literally wrote everything out in nice little PDF forms. We'll send you the script, you just read it out. That beautiful voice right there. Oh my God. I mean, I don't know if you've read some of those boards. It gets pretty, it gets pretty awesome. I mean, there's so many times where you're just like, fuck, man, I want to see this. You and Terrio, and then of course Jim Lee doing little doodles, man. I'm
like I said, and that was, full disclosure, that was lettered by Jeff Johns. That's Jeff Johns' handwriting.
Yes. Oh, okay. So he wrote all that.
He wrote it down. He wrote it down.
Interesting. So, and then he was like,
Those were up in my office, right? That was those whole, I don't know. Remember those pictures I had? There's a couple of pictures of me or of my big giant office at Warner Brothers where I had the dry erase on that motorized, on this big motorized, the board was motorized, would go down into the ground. So when I was working on it, we would hide it down. So if people came in the office, I would hide it so they couldn't see it because I didn't want anyone to know what we were doing.
Jeez.
And then when they left,
the coolest office I've ever seen.
And it would come up out of the ground.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Jeez. All right then. I mean.
All right. Well, listen. I gotta go.
Yeah.
But,
so great to see you. Congratulations.
Cheers. No, congratulations to you, sir. Thank you for doing such an amazing job on the movie.
Thank you.
You scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Dark Side. And clearly world domination is inevitable, it seems. I don't know who's going to stop him. I mean, who's going to stop him? I sound like Dennis Hopper from. I just sound like Dennis Hopper. Who's going to stop him?
Who's going to stop him? The thing, man.
But anyway.
Okay.
You can land on a fraction. I found that out. But no, so I don't know what's going to happen, but he's pissed. He's
pissed and he's coming.
He's coming.
Yeah.
Look busy. That's right.
All right. Well, thank you, Zach, for joining in and being a fan of Ray Porter's and geeking out with a Ray Porter.
That's one of the easiest things to do. Be a fan of Ray Porter.
I know it really is. It really is. It's not hard at all. It really isn't. It really isn't. All right, man. Appreciate it.
You guys.
See you. All right. Well, that was a little fan called Zack Snyder there for you, Ray Porter.
Dude,
by the way, that was not fully planned, but there was always a possibility, but I wanted to keep it a surprise.
That was amazing. That was amazing. I could listen to that dude talk about pretty much anything.
Yes.
All the time.
Yeah.